Starting to nourish your body couldn't be easier.
And we have 5 simple tricks that Devin and I put together that is going to help you get started on your health and fitness journey. Specifically, we're going to be focusing on nutrition today. This is the perfect place for you to start. This is where we typically have our one-on-one clients start. This is where we have our group start. So take notes, get ready. This is going to be super helpful for you in your journey. So if you like fitness and nutrition tips like this, be sure to subscribe, like, and share our channel to help others around you. So one of the trickiest areas to start for people is typically grocery shopping. And the reason why is because there are thousands of options when you walk through that store. So we need to narrow that down a little bit. So we have an awesome trick for you to take with you when you go grocery shopping. And it's super simple. The best thing you can do is, number one, eat before you go. So make sure that you do not go grocery shopping when you're absolutely starving. That's no good for anybody. Even us who are experts in nutrition will go buy like all the good things that sound super yummy, like pizza and all of those things. You want to go making sure that you're feeling satisfied. The next thing, when you go to the grocery store, stick to around the perimeter of the grocery store. Most processed nutrients and processed foods are at the center. So if you think about it, you can say, yeah, there is, the meat, the fruit and vegetables, all of those things are around and surrounding the store.
Number one, grocery shopping.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way. You start by shopping on the outside, making the full loop, and then you run through the middle aisles, not even every single one of them, just the ones that you need stuff like soup, I don't know.
Yeah, so there are things,
seasonings,
right?
Those are good.
So there are things at the center of the aisle that you obviously don't have to avoid, but the majority of your cart should be coming from the perimeter. So making sure that it's filled with your favorite fruits and vegetables.
Also, coffee is in the middle.
Yes.
That's important to get.
Right, so you don't have to avoid the center aisles altogether. Obviously, that's not realistic. You have things in there, and of course, if you have something to bake, your seasonings, whatever it is, that's okay to get. But when we are actually grocery shopping for most of the nutrients that we're bringing into our body, your cart should come from the perimeter of the store for the most part.
That's because that's where all the refrigerators are that keep the things fresh.
And that's where you're going to get all your fruits and vegetables. So make sure that you stick to that. Try it out and see how it goes, and you will actually start to notice, like, hey, yeah, you're right. All of the cereal, the cookies, all of those things are center, and the fresh and good stuff is on the outside.
Even the stuff that you might think isn't healthy is better than the stuff they're going to get from the inside house. Like the fresh pizzas from the deli,
yes,
are better for you than the frozen ones.
Yeah, because there's less preservatives in them.
The next simple step, talking about what you're drinking.
Yes.
Your beverage of choice.
Mm-hmm.
Unsurprisingly, this is not easy, but it's simple.
Yes.
The thought is simple.
Yes, and there is a huge distinction between something being very easy and something being very simple. The idea of this is simple, right? So obviously, the most important beverage we need to be bringing into our body is water.
Milk.
No, it's
water.
It's water. So with that, when you are going throughout your day, just check yourself and say, okay, how much pop am I bringing in? Even if it's diet pop, even if it's 0-calorie stuff, still check.
Even if it's fruit juice you buy off the shelf.
Yeah, well, that has a lot of sugar in it too.
It's probably more sugar than pop.
Yes, exactly.
Actually,
so
I know there's more sugar.
Yes. So just keeping it simple and having something simple for you to start to change. Start adding more water into your day rather than adding more juices and pops and sugary drinks like that.
Not just water. You could even replace your pops with coffee.
Right. Yeah, you could do that. And I think that's a big one too, is finding replacements for yourself. If you have a hard time with drinking water, I've heard it time and time again. I don't like the taste of water. I don't like the flavor of water. To me, that's very,
Drink water. It's not hard.
Right.
It's not hard.
So,
what did we talk about on Tuesday? Telling yourself that drinking water is hard is
it's a limiting belief.
It's a limiting belief.
Yes.
Tell yourself that it's hard to drink water, so it's hard to drink water.
Yes.
It's not hard to drink water.
It's not. It's truly not. And your body is probably craving that more than anything, especially if you're not drinking it. So this is one of those things where Devin and I love giving tough love. It's one of those things that you just have to do it and put your feelings aside and make sure that you're getting your water in. And we say that with all the love in the world, because when you start consuming more water, you are going to start to naturally crave it. So our body is made up of 60% of water, which is why it is so important to be bringing in that water and making it a priority. And the more you drink it, the more your body's going to crave it, and you will be fine. So the biggest issue with non-water beverages, such as pop, fruit juices, your sugary drinks,
Gatorade,
stuff like that, exactly, they have lots of added sugars in them. So in the world, we have an issue with consuming too much sugar, which is exactly why we talk about drinking much more water throughout your day than those sugary beverages.
So, speaking of added sugars, number 3, added sugars. When you're grocery shopping, particularly when you do venture into those center aisles, it's important to look at your ingredients label, right? Nutrition label. And it's pretty straightforward. If you look right, it's pretty much near the center of that label. It's going to show you how much added sugars are in it.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
And that is something we want to limit.
Yes, we want to keep it at the lower count. So just working to limit that a little bit and become aware. So the number one thing that we want to focus on first, especially in our nutrition journey, is awareness. So the more you can become aware of what you're consuming, the better your journey is going to be. So the biggest offenders with added sugars is most processed foods. So there's lots of added sugar in, the cookies, obviously, cakes, those types of things. Cereal is a really big one. And then, of course, your fruit juices and your drinks. Crackers, all of these things have lots of added sugars.
And if you really truly are just starting out, we're only telling you to look at the added sugars. Don't worry about the carbs and the protein and the fats yet. Number 4, meal planning, meal prepping, eating leftovers.
Yes.
That's the same thing as meal planning, though.
Yes.
I mean, meal prepping.
Right. And I would say that this is one of those areas that it definitely takes time and energy to work through this. So even if you're going through this list and you're like, this one seems too much, these other ones would be easier for me to focus on, please do that, and then move forward after. So with meal planning and prepping, this is something that makes your life so much easier once you get it down. So the biggest thing is simply just looking at simple meals for you to plan out for your week. So if you are starting to plan out your goals, plan out the vision that you have for yourself, Devin and I, made a guide special for you that is completely free, where we teach you how to set goals, where we teach you how to set a real vision for yourself, and take some serious action steps so that you can finally start to reach your goal.
And you can use these steps right along with it. Make your goal to be eating more nourishing foods.
Yes, eating less added sugars, going and working on the outside of the grocery store.
And you can plan it right out, right there in our guide.
Yes. So make sure you take advantage of that and let us know how it goes. So after you plan your meals, we then prep. So it's best for you to find maybe 1 or 2 days where it's easy for you to batch cook, and making sure that these meals are super simple and easy for you to do. After you plan your meals out for the week, we then prep. So you have your plan, you have your grocery list, you know to go to the grocery store and you know what to do there. You then have to prep. So the best thing for you to do is plan out a certain time, certain days for you to prep meals, make leftovers. It does not have to be super difficult. Something that Devin and I love to do is just make double of our favorite meals throughout the week, and we'll have it for lunches and extra dinners. So that way, when we do need something easy, we don't have to order food in, get pizza. We have something that's ready for us in our refrigerator.
Number 5 is have your treats and your sweets and don't feel guilty about it.
Yes. So easier said than done, right? Well, the biggest thing that you want to do is actually plan out the times that you are going to splurge a little bit. You're going to have pizza, you're going to do those things, because it is simply not realistic for the majority of people to just cut it out cold turkey completely. That's not what we're here to do. So again, something that Devin and I love to do and we love to coach to is planning out when you're going to have those, let's call them, lifestyle meals where you're going to go have your pizza or whatever it is that you enjoy.
And if you don't enjoy pizza, go away.
Yes, right? Go away. And to learn more about this portioning and working through how many lifestyle meals that you want to go enjoy, we did create a whole video called the 80-20 video. So go check that out. Devin will link it and
Linked.
Devin will link it and you can go give it a listen.
So those are our 5 tips.
Number 1, shopping the perimeter of the grocery store and going satisfied. So making sure that you're not hungry when you go. Number 2, making sure that your beverages are on point and you're drinking mostly water.
Number 3, starting to cut back on the added sugars in everything that you eat.
Yeah.
Number 4, meal prepping and planning.
And number 5, planning out the meals that you are going to go splurge on and enjoy and doing that guilt-free.
And if you liked our video, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you didn't before. Give it a thumbs up, comment below, and check out one of our old videos here.